Everyone, hope this finds you well. Phil Gittings here, and on behalf of everyone at World Beyond War, we'd like to thank you once again for agreeing to be a host, guest facilitator for one of our courses. The purpose of this video is to outline what you need to know and do in order to be an effective facilitator for our courses. Specifically, it will look at how to access the course, and then secondly, how to navigate the course. In the process, it will give a sense of the course learning experience and try to focus the attention on what all this means for you and your role as a guest facilitator. So let's start with accessing the course. And with this in mind, we find it useful for facilitators to understand really the process that participants go through to access the course. So let's say a few words about that. Each participant will sign up for our courses and they will receive an email acknowledgement followed by course instructions. So here we go. Here is an example. Of the course instructions. This is the PDF that they will receive. Hello, welcome to the course. It will have the start date. This is the important information. So they would get information with regards to how to log on to the online platform, and this would be personalized for each particular course. While there's an official start date, so they can start accessing the modules on a specific date, we find it useful to allow participants to enter the online learning platform beforehand so that they can learn more about the course, practice navigating the online learning platform, and make introductions. So after the welcome and getting started part, which I'm going to show you shortly, they would then move next on to the modules. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea of how to access the course. So let's talk a little bit about navigating the online learning platform. So we use Canvas, which is widely used by many schools and universities around the world to facilitate our online learning experience via the online learning platform. So here's what it looks like. I've gone ahead and added you already to the course. Here's the home page. So down the left-hand side, the things really you want to be paying attention to on here is the home page and the modules. Really, that's where I would recommend staying to. I wouldn't worry too much about some of these other things. So I would just stay to the home, and then the home page you can scroll down. And this is kind of a quick access, so if you want to go directly to the welcome overview and introduction, you can click there and it'll take you there. But here's what I would suggest doing. I would suggest going to the welcome and getting started section, and then just going through here to get a sense. So here's a welcome video, here's some objectives outlined, here's the facilitators, etc. So I'm going to go through this quickly as just an example. We're using one particular course now as an example, but this applies to all of the courses that we do. It's a similar kind of structure. So go through, you will find more information here about the basic schedule, about the discussion forums, about the optional assignments, about navigating the class, etc. So all of it's here to be helpful to support you in relation to what you need to know and do in order to be effective facilitators. So here's one part where we would suggest that you go to in the welcome and getting started part is the introduction. So take a moment to say, hello, my name is such and such, and this is my background, and looking forward to working with you on week one. This is a skeleton template, so there's nothing filled in here. So let's give you a look at what it looks like on one of our completed courses. Introductions, for example. So, hello everybody, I'm David. So people were just introducing themselves, and what I try and do is get through everyone and say hello to everyone that's introduced themselves. So there's the introduction. What we want to talk about next is to give you an idea of the modules and what all this means for you. So I would suggest going here to the module section, and each module has a similar kind of structure. The two places where you'll be engaging are here, the discussion board and the optional assignments. So each module has a similar structure. It starts with what we call an introduction, and then within this section you will see, let's go to one that's already been completed. In this section, we ask the guest facilitator to produce an introductory video saying, hello, my name is, looking forward to working with you this week. Then we offer some key objectives and some guiding questions for the module, followed by a bio and a photo of the facilitator. The next part is what we call the main body of the text. Of the module, sorry. So this would cover different sections. So within the main body, you would have materials, content, videos relevant to that subject. And so what participants do is that it will read through, and we've laid it out here, hopefully in a nice user-friendly way, to read through, watch videos, etc., through what we call the main body. After reading through the main body, they would then come back to move through to the discussion forum, discussion board, followed by optional assignments. So the discussion forum is really a place where there's discussion topics and prompts are offered to support deeper engagement with the topics covered and support this idea of collaborative learning and sharing. So as you'll see, based on the material covered, they will have certain questions that are posed. And then it's up here, which I'm going to say a little bit about shortly, for you to engage accordingly. So for example, and we also ask that facilitators, both in the discussion forum and also the optional assignments, take the opportunity to introduce themselves. So you can see here, Dr. Serena Clark has introduced herself. Hello, everybody. My name's such and such. Looking forward to engaging with you this week. So then what happens is that the facilitator, the participants would either reply to what Serena's wrote there by clicking reply. You can see here, reply, and then you can write what you want to write, etc., and then save accordingly. So post reply. So that is to reply to someone else. Okay. Post reply. I'm going to cancel that, but you would say, if you want to post reply. Or you can start, I know it says reply, but just about, you can start your own thread, and this would start your own thread by pressing reply, and it would start a new particular theme. Okay, does that make sense? So, and then you would engage accordingly there. We cannot do anything with that because it's something the system said reply, and it can be a bit confusing, but hopefully that makes sense. So again, to say out loud, there's two different ways. One is that you can reply to a thread that someone else has already started. So here you can see here they're all engaging together. Or two, you can start your own new thread. Well, this would be for participants, and then engage. And you can also like comments and things like this. So that is one place where you as facilitators will engage. And we encourage, or typically facilitators will spend between 8 to 10 hours a week engaging in their weeks. So that's both in the discussion forum, which you're looking at now, and the optional assignment. So typically this takes the form of acknowledging what you've read, responding accordingly, asking probing questions, signposting to relevant information, etc. So that's the discussion forum. And then after that, as you can see, people engage. It's really cool how people engage from all different generations, different cultures, etc., in topics related to peace, war, and related issues. The other place where you'd interact would be optional assignments. So as going through the course and to take learning deeper, participants are offered the opportunity to complete optional assignments. It's optional, the optional assignments, but assignments are required to earn a certificate. So if participants complete 6 option assignments for the 6 weeks, they will receive a certificate on from us at World Beyond War. Again, similar kind of structure to discussion forums, in the sense that questions are posed, and try to set this up in such a way that facilitates creativity. So they don't just have to write. It can be a mind map, it could be drawings, it could be images, it could be audio, etc. So that was thinking when we were putting this together. Similar kind of process we asked that facilitators go through and respond to the optional assignments accordingly by replying, signposting, asking probing questions. So those are the 2 places, the discussion forum and the optional assignment, that we ask the facilitators to engage accordingly throughout the week. You will have more information in the document I sent you in terms of dates and when you should be engaging, and when the participants engage in that week, and when you have until to respond, etc. So I won't go over that now because you've got that in the document. The other thing to be aware of in the module is, as I mentioned, it's a similar kind of structure. So you have the introduction, the main body of the text, then the 2 parts where you engage, which is the discussion forum and the option assignment. The final part is additional resources, where this is really a place to, it's additive to the material covered in the main body, and you're welcome and encouraged to add to this, but it's a place where we can put videos, articles, journals, books, audios, PowerPoints, etc. related to that particular theme that's been covered. So hopefully that gives a bit of a sense of the layout of the module. So if we go back to the course that you're on now, what you'll need to do is make sure that you upload your video before your week starts, in terms of an introduction, introducing yourself. And again, I've sent you more details about that. I think that is all that we wanted to cover. The purpose of the video was to hopefully outline what you need to know and do in order to be effective facilitators. Specifically, the idea was to look at how to access the course, and hopefully we've touched on that accordingly, although we've set you up. And then the second one was to discuss specifics around how to navigate the course and your role as a facilitator, what you need to do, how you engage with participants throughout the course. So hopefully we've covered that as well. So I guess all that's left to say is that happy learning, and thank you so much for your participation. And again, as you know, I'm always here, so reach out to me if you have any questions. Thanks so much, and all the best on the course. Bye bye.